Okay, welcome to 24 Chambers of Film. Today we got another trailer reaction, the official trailer of Eddington, the new film by Aster. If you don't know who that is, he's the director of Hereditary, Midsummer. Beau is Afraid was his most recent film, and now he's got his fourth film, which is, out of his normal realm. Most of his films have dealt with horror or been horror movies. This is a contemporary Western set in a town called Eddington. Um, yeah. Do you know anything about this? Do you like any of those movies that I mentioned? Have you seen any
Have
of them?
What was the last movie he did?
Beau is Afraid with Joaquin Phoenix.
What is it?
Beau, the guy's name is Beau, is
Uh-huh.
afraid.
I never even heard of it. I
Uh,
seen Hereditary. Hereditary was good.
mhm.
But that's the only one I've seen of his.
Okay, gotcha. All right. And Joaquin Phoenix is in Eddington. So, did you see the teaser trailer?
No, I have no idea what this is.
Okay. All right. Well,
Let's get her
let's get
going.
into it. Let's get into it, and we'll talk about it. Are you
Count it
ready?
down.
All right. Three, two, one, go.
I am recording this. Fair warning. Is that really necessary? Look, Joe, 6 feet.
Me a home where the buffalo roam,
Is that praying?
where the deer and the antelope play,
How did we get here? And even
Interesting that they're
worse,
gonna do the
is it
whole
worth it?
COVID thing.
where
Mm.
seldom
At the
is
cost of being at war with your neighbors?
a discouraging word,
That's why I'm running for mayor.
and the skies are not
Mayor of Eddington.
cloudy all day.
Thank you super duper very much.
Fucking Joaquin, dude.
I used to think that you were some big deal. But I am a much better human being than you.
Who are you talking to? There's nobody here.
Home, home on the range,
Husband, sheriff, mayor to be.
where the deer and the antelope
You want things simple and neat. We are in a fight against evil.
seldom is heard.
These are your streets.
No, they're your streets to dictate.
You know how death works out.
People are going to be looking here now.
Keep your own office going, but you're going to run mine.
So we vote Joe Cross, take back our community,
Hell yeah.
save our soul.
That's from the sheriff said hell yeah.
I don't know.
Your pain is not a coincidence. You are not a coincidence. We
Are not a coincidence.
That guy that plays Elvis.
Yeah.
We need to free each other's hearts.
Hell yeah.
It looks
All right. Thoughts? You can go first. Obviously, you're about to say something.
it
So.
looks interesting enough. It kind of gives me, at least the look wise, like not as obviously it's different time frame, but kind of No Country for Old Men style vibes.
Mhm. Yeah.
I I if anything, my thing is they're hitting these hot
Topic
topics,
spots. Yeah. Hmm.
and so I'm more curious of like how do they actually pull that off, right? Like how do they
Hmm.
successfully pull that off in this scenario? Is this one sometimes the movies are made and someone's on one side of
Hmm.
the aisle and they want to just get some message across. I think overall it seems like an interesting movie. The acting looks like it's going to be great. The cinematography looks
Yeah.
great. I think it's just going to come down to how they it's either these movies can be either very preachy or they can just
Hmm.
be right down the middle and be good, so I think the success is going to really depend on how they play it because even if they play it down the middle, they're running the risk of people not saying, "Oh, well, I don't agree with what they," because they stayed down the middle, so we're not interested
Hmm.
in this. And obviously, if they go to one side, doesn't matter which one. There's going to be a complete opposite side that disagrees with them. But I think it looks interesting enough.
Yeah, no, this movie is. I mean, it's gonna these type of movies like a hot topic like COVID 2020 specifically. From what I understand, it's the early months of 2020 when COVID first started, or really the pandemic took
Oh, and
over.
then they have the BLM stuff, the
Yeah, so
protests
it
and
goes
stuff.
into it's probably going into the George Floyd thing. So it's very like very hot topic stuff. You're not. It's one of those things if, as Ari Aster, you just got to make the movie that you want to make because you're never gonna please anybody when it comes to movies like this. This movie is gonna provoke no matter what. Obviously, there's a way of doing it where it doesn't feel like so heavy-handed. You know what I mean? I think that's always the key is not making it feel like so heavy-handed on one side or the other. I feel like if you're trying to reach a certain as much people as possible, even the people that you know disagree with, on a fundamental level or just like on political views and stuff like that. I know this movie premiered at Cannes Film Festival. Very kind of polarizing reaction, so it's
You know
gonna.
what?
I know it's gonna be very divisive, and it's gonna it's gonna sway. It's not gonna be a movie that's gonna be universally loved or hated. I feel like it's gonna be kind of like you either like it or you don't, love it or hate it. That's the vibe I'm getting from this movie.
So on social media, I've seen some posts of people kind of like just criticizing Pedro Pascal recently. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
I didn't know what he did. I don't know if it's even affiliated with this movie, and then maybe he
N-
did an
I don't.
interview or something like
I don't
that.
know. I've been seeing. I
No
think
clue.
more like people are getting on him because he's just in everything now. I think
Well,
it's
I
like,
know, no. But what I saw specifically on his point of views on some stuff that I don't know
yeah.
what it was though. I didn't
I
read
know
it
he
enough.
was at a press conference for this movie at Con. I don't know if it's something to do with that press conference.
Okay.
Maybe it was like too liberal for some people or something like that. I don't know. Um, but uh, but yeah, I haven't looked into it to do. But yeah, I know I've been seeing some type of like just kind of like people getting tired of him or something like that. But I haven't dug in too deep. Look, he's a great actor, so at the end of the day, I hope he looks like he's going to be great.
He
Joaquin's
definitely needs to
great.
slow down a little bit right now.
I think more of anything, he's just like almost oversaturated in like he's
Yeah.
coming out in so many things. And I think that's what I've been seeing, like besides any personal political things or anything like that, I've been seeing
That's what
him.
I'm saying. He needs to slow down because he's in
Yeah,
so many movies that it's
I've been
just kind of like, all
yeah,
right,
I've
man.
been seeing people kind of like, oh my god, this guy's in everything. If you look at the comments of this movie trailer, that I looking at it right now, there's some people mentioning that in the comments, like this guy's in everything, and it's like,
It's like, dude, it just gets it's at some point like no one's a good enough actor to just break a
mm,
stigma when you're going to these different roles, right? Everyone you kind of see him in a particular way and doing something different every once in a while, but is okay. But when you're pumping out like a movie every month, it's like, all
yeah,
right, bro, I want to see somebody else.
he's just in the like kind of the entertainment limelight, with Last of Us and then the movies and stuff. He's been kind of popping in there. He's got another one coming out that I think we reacted to, the Materialists, with Chris Evans and Dakota Johnson. We reacted to this. It's a rom com.
Oh yeah, I remember
He's
now.
coming out in
Forgot
that,
about it.
so there's like he's gonna be. He's got that one coming out, I think, this month, and then next month in July is Eddington. So he's going to be very much in people's faces in 2025. I think this looks great. I mean, I like that scene alone of Joaquin Phoenix coming out
Machine gun.
with that giant ass like Gatling machine gun shooting, and I don't know who. There's dead
I'm
bodies. You see dead bodies around that place, but I don't know who he's shooting at. It looks like he's shooting at nobody too.
I'm actually what I'm curious is because I thought this is the one thing that I think they did a great job on that trailer on.
Mhm.
I don't think you know which character is on which side of the fence.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, I
I
think I
like the
think
fact that
I think
I
obvious.
think
You think Joaquin Phoenix is on
and
a
I think
certain
it's
side? Yeah.
I think you think Joaquin Phoenix is like on the right side, like
Mhm.
and um Pedro Pascal's on the left side of it, right? But
Mhm.
I think it's gonna be flipped.
I
I
don't
honestly
think
think it's
it's
gonna be
gonna
flipped.
be flipped. I think it's gonna be a gray area for both of them, but maybe leaning towards
Really?
one side. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be
But
like
I'm
completely
curious.
fit. But yeah,
I'm
yeah,
curious to see that they did a good job with that because
yeah.
they
But
didn't make you.
yeah, it doesn't seem too heavy on one side from the trailer is great. That's an A+
Yeah,
trailer
no,
in my opinion.
the trailer is very
Um,
very good.
it looks good. Like I said, all the acting looks good. It looks interesting. There's like a little bit of some cult with the guy who plays Elvis, Austin Butler, in there. Some religious cult. Emma Stone's
Hey,
in
be careful
it.
what you say about that guy.
I know some people got on me about his voice thing, but he looks good in it. I don't have no. I think he's a good actor. He's not. I'm not convinced yet on him fully. I'm not all in on him. I know Clifton Collins Jr. is in this movie. They didn't really show him in the trailer, but I know he's in this movie, so that's
What's he from?
cool.
His
Clifton
name sounds
Collins
familiar.
from Caesar from 187. Um,
Oh yeah, the guy that freaking passes off as like a bunch of different races. He's
yeah, he's
Mexican. He's
Mexican. He's
freaking
Mexican.
white
Well,
supremacist in
he's
one. Jesus.
well, he's definitely Mexican. But yeah, Clifton
And his
Collins.
name's Clifton Collins, so it
Well,
because
originally it was Clifton Gonzalez. That's how he's credited in like
oh,
Dead Presidents and stuff like that. But then
he's in
he
Dead Presidents.
yeah, he's in a when he was like it's a very quick scene. Is it
Oh
Dead
yeah, he's in
Presidents?
the
Yeah.
military, isn't it? Yeah, he's
Yes,
one
he's
of
in
the
the
guys in the when he's in
military.
the
Yeah, in the
military. Yeah, yeah,
military.
yeah,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
in there, and I think he's also in Menace to Society too. When
Oh, I don't
they
know about
get
him. I don't remember
when
him.
when they jump him or they put him in the alley and the essays show up there, he's one of the essays in there. But he used to go
Okay.
Clifton Gonzalez, but then he went to I think he's like it's probably easier if my name sounds more wild, I'll get more roles. I think it's something.
Well, dude, I saw a movie where he's like a white supremacist or something, and
Yeah, I
then
don't know.
when
I'm
I
not
saw,
sure. What
and
movie
then
is
when I
that?
saw his, I don't remember. It was a prison movie though.
Oh, okay.
And then when I saw the credit and I saw his name, I was like, I thought this guy had like a Mexican name or Latino name. So then I was like, maybe he's not.
But he to me he looks ethnically Mexican. Like he can to me I know
Well,
he's light
I
skinned guy,
always,
but he looks Mexican to me.
yeah,
You know
I
what I mean?
always thought that as well, but it made me double think
He's
it.
just like a fair skinned Latino, you know. But
Yeah.
anyways, he's in this movie, and I'm stoked to see him in this movie, and everybody in this movie. Like I said, this looks like a it looks like it's going to be maybe an uncomfortable watch, probably in a theater, possibly, but also kind of hilarious. I hear it's like kind of some humor in it, and too. But I'm very curious. I really want to see how it looks like that they're going to be. Joaquin Phoenix is going to have his side. Pedro Pascal is going to have his side of people, and eventually it's going to come to a head, and there's going to be an explosion. I'm assuming of violence between the two
Yeah.
sides. So and I like it that it's a contemporary western, and it feels like a western, which is cool, but obviously in the modern day. So yeah, I'm I also like the tagline of the poster says hindsight's 2020. I like that. That's a cool one. But yeah, I'm stoked. Like I said, I'm a fan of Ari Aster. I liked all his 3 movies prior, so I'm interested to see him tackle something that's not really in the horror realm, and kind of doing like I said, this contemporary western. So I think
Yeah,
this looks
the
great.
movie that I'm talking about is called The Experiment, the one with Clifton Collins Jr. and it
Oh,
has
I heard of it. Okay, yeah.
Adrian Brody and Forrest
Yeah,
Whitaker.
yeah. I know what movie you're talking about now. Gotcha.
Yeah, so
Well, look, there is Latino white supremacists, if you believe it or not. There is people that like that are different
so
races.
yeah.
And, support.
I just always thought it was funny when I saw that, and I was like,
Yeah.
it made me double think it. So,
Like,
but so
wait, is
you're
this
gonna watch this
guy?
in theaters?
I'm definitely watching this opening day, July 18th. For me,
Oh, nice.
it's a theater watch for me. I've seen all his
I
other
mean,
movies in theaters, and I
I
like his film. So
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind watching it in theaters, but I
mhm.
probably won't. But I'll definitely watch it once it hits like
Once it's
streaming.
available, yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
All right, guys, let us know what you guys think about it. You guys, what's his name? Ari what?
Ari Aster, yeah,
Okay, that's what I was gonna say, but I don't want to say it wrong. Ari Aster. Are you guys Ari Aster fans? Like I said, I've only seen Hereditary, which is a horror movie, which is completely different than
yeah.
this. And
All
I
of them
thought
are
Hereditary was
basically
a good
horror
horror movie.
movies. All of his
And
films,
yeah,
yeah.
so it's interesting to see when someone takes a complete like switch on that. So let us know what you guys think. Let us know if you guys are gonna be watching it, and let us know. Yeah, like I guess what do you think about a movie now that's officially? I think this is like the first one that I recall that's actually tackling COVID, like in
We
COVID
knew it was
time.
going to happen too. It was
Yeah,
bound to happen. It's only 5. It's 5 years out, which is
I'm
crazy.
sure there was like lower budget cheesy ones that were made that had to do with like COVID
Well,
itself.
there was
But this is probably
definitely
like the
yeah.
first. This is probably the first major one
This,
that
this movie,
has it as
I agree.
a main setting of what's going on.
There was definitely movies that have deal with like quarantine or people like COVID
Yeah,
during COVID, but this is the first movie kind of taking it from like a different perspective of the whole thing. That
Just
now knowing what
a
happened,
piece of life that
it's a
happened and all
period
that kind of
piece
stuff.
for sure.
Yeah,
It's a short.
essentially.
It is now a
Yeah.
period piece. And honestly, now this movie coming down with the whole things going on in LA and stuff, I don't know how this movie's gonna. It's gonna.
That
I feel
is
like it's
kinda
gonna add
crazy.
to the whole thing. I feel like.
Oh,
Um,
100%,
but
100%.
yeah,
So we'll see. Let us know what you guys think though in the comments. And we're 24 Chambers of Film. I'm Nathan and Steven. Appreciate you guys watching. Until next time.